Yo, what's up everyone? Ever felt like you're dealing with someone who thinks the world revolves around them, like their needs always come first and they're always right? Yeah, we're talking about narcissists. Dealing with those types can be seriously draining, right? Wondering how to keep your cool around a narcissist? Like, how do you even respond to someone who's constantly trying to put you down or make themselves seem superior? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm dropping 10 actionable tips to help you handle a narcissist like a pro. We're gonna turn that frustration into confidence, and that negativity into straight-up power moves. Let's do this! Alright guys, tip number 1 to handling a narcissist is all about setting boundaries. And I'm not talking about little invisible lines they can cross without even noticing. I'm talking about building a solid wall, like Fort Knox level security. Narcissists love to push buttons and test limits. It's like their favorite pastime. They want to see how far they can go, how much they can get away with. But when you set clear boundaries, you're basically saying, nope, this is where my line is, and you're not crossing it. Think of it like training a dog, but instead of treats, you're using firmness and consistency. Every time they try to cross a line, you gotta call them out, calmly but firmly. Let them know that their behavior is not acceptable. And the key here is to actually enforce those boundaries. It's not enough to just say what they are, you gotta follow through with consequences if they don't respect them. This might mean limiting contact, saying no more often, or even walking away from a conversation if they start getting disrespectful. Trust me, setting boundaries is crucial. It shows the narcissist that you're not going to be a pushover and that you value yourself and your well-being. And that, my friends, is a powerful message to send. Alright, tip number 2 is all about protecting your peace. And that means learning not to take a narcissist's behavior personally. I know, easier said than done, right? When someone's constantly criticizing you, belittling your accomplishments, or just being a general jerk, it's hard not to take it to heart. But the thing is, a narcissist's behavior is not about you, it's about them. Their need for attention, their fragile ego, their inability to handle even the slightest bit of criticism, that's all on them, not you. It's like they're wearing these distorted glasses that make them see the world in a messed up way. They project their own insecurities and flaws onto others, and unfortunately, you happen to be in their line of sight. So, the next time a narcissist tries to bring you down, remember this: their words are more a reflection of them than they are of you. Don't let their negativity seep into your soul. Shake it off, rise above it, and keep shining bright. You're awesome, don't forget that. Tip number 3 to handling a narcissist is all about limiting your interactions with them. Now, I'm not saying you have to completely cut them out of your life, especially if they're family or a close friend, but you gotta protect your energy, and that means being strategic about how much time and energy you invest in this relationship. Think of it like this. You wouldn't keep going back to a restaurant that serves you terrible food every time, right? You'd probably stop going altogether, or at least limit your visits to special occasions when you have no other choice. Well, dealing with a narcissist can be kind of like that. Their negativity and drama can be toxic, and too much exposure can leave you feeling drained, stressed, and emotionally exhausted. So what can you do? Well, you can start by setting some healthy boundaries around your interactions. Maybe you limit your phone calls to once a week, or you only see them in group settings where their attention is divided. The key is to find a balance that works for you, one that allows you to maintain your sanity and well-being. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships that uplift you, not drag you down. Alright, tip number 4 is all about mastering the art of staying calm in the face of narcissistic rage. Because let's be real, narcissists are masters at pushing buttons and getting a rise out of people. It's like their superpower or something. But here's the thing, when you react emotionally to their provocations, you're actually giving them what they want. You're feeding their ego, validating their behavior, and letting them know that they have power over you. So, how do you stay calm when you feel that anger bubbling up inside? Well, first, you gotta recognize their tactics. Narcissists often use things like insults, personal attacks, guilt trips, and even flattery to manipulate you and get a reaction. Once you're aware of their game, you can start to detach emotionally. Don't take their bait. Instead of getting defensive or arguing back, try responding with neutral statements like, "That's interesting," or "I hear what you're saying." And if things start to get really heated, don't be afraid to walk away from the conversation. You don't have to subject yourself to their abuse. Remember, staying calm isn't about letting them win. It's about taking back your power and refusing to play their game. Alright, tip number 5 is all about putting yourself first, because when you're dealing with a narcissist, it's easy to get caught up in their drama and neglect your own needs. But self-care isn't selfish, especially in this situation. Think about it. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? If you're constantly depleted and emotionally drained from dealing with a narcissist, you won't have the energy or resources to take care of yourself or anyone else. So, what does self-care look like in this context? Well, it could be anything that brings you joy, peace, and a sense of grounding. Maybe it's hitting the gym, losing yourself in a good book, spending time with loved ones, or just taking a long hot bath. The point is to prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Make time for yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Remember, you deserve to be happy and fulfilled, and that starts with taking care of yourself. Alright, before we move on to the next level narcissist handling tips, I need you to do something for me. Seriously, this is important stuff. We're about to drop some serious knowledge bombs and you don't want to miss a single one, right? So, what's the mission? Simple: smash that subscribe button like you're trying to set a world record. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop new videos. We're all about helping you navigate the ups and downs of life, and trust me, there's a lot more where this came from. So, join the crew, become part of the movement, and let's conquer this narcissist thing together. Alright, tip number 7 is all about picking your battles. And when it comes to narcissists, sometimes the best battle is no battle at all. It might sound counterintuitive, especially if you're used to standing up for yourself. But trust me on this one, arguing with a narcissist is like trying to reason with a brick wall. Frustrating, pointless, and you'll probably end up with a headache. Why? Because narcissists are wired differently. They have this uncanny ability to twist facts, project their insecurities, and turn the tables on you faster than you can say gaslighting. They thrive on drama and conflict, and they'll use any tactic they can to come out on top, even if it means distorting reality. So, what's the alternative? Well, it's all about disengaging from their need for control and validation. When they try to bait you into an argument, don't take the bait. Instead, try using techniques like gray rocking, which is basically responding with neutral, unemotional answers that don't give them anything to work with. Remember, you're not going to change their mind, and you're not going to win an argument with someone who's incapable of seeing beyond their own ego. Save your energy for more important things like taking care of yourself and living your best life. Alright, tip number 8 is all about building your support system because let's face it, dealing with a narcissist can be isolating and emotionally draining. It's easy to start doubting yourself, questioning your sanity, and feeling like you're the one in the wrong. But you're not alone. It's so important to reach out to people you trust, friends, family members, a therapist, or even a support group, and talk about what you're going through. Sharing your experiences can help you process your emotions, gain a fresh perspective, and realize that you're not crazy, you're just dealing with a difficult person. Plus, having a strong support system can give you the strength and encouragement you need to set boundaries, stand up for yourself, and ultimately, move on from this toxic relationship. Remember, there's no shame in asking for help. In fact, it's a sign of strength and self-awareness. You deserve to be surrounded by people who love and support you. So don't be afraid to reach out and build that circle of trust. Alright, tip number 9 is a tough one, but sometimes walking away is the healthiest and most empowering thing you can do. I know it's easier said than done, especially if you've invested a lot of time and energy into the relationship, but here's the thing. You can't change someone who doesn't want to be changed. And as long as you stay in a toxic relationship with a narcissist, you're giving them permission to continue their behavior. So how do you know when it's time to walk away? Well, ask yourself these questions. Is this relationship draining your energy and happiness? Are you constantly walking on eggshells around this person? Have you tried to set boundaries but they keep getting violated? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it might be time to consider distancing yourself from this person or even ending the relationship altogether. I know it's a difficult decision, but sometimes you have to choose yourself and your well-being over a relationship that's no longer serving you. Alright, my final tip for handling a narcissist is to educate yourself about this personality disorder. The more you understand about narcissism, the better equipped you'll be to deal with it. Think about it. You wouldn't go into a battle without knowing your enemy, right? Well, knowledge is power, and when it comes to narcissism, knowledge can be your secret weapon. There are tons of resources available online, in libraries, and even through mental health professionals that can teach you about the traits, behaviors, and motivations of narcissists. Understanding the psychology behind their actions can help you detach emotionally, set boundaries, and communicate more effectively. It can also help you identify red flags early on and avoid getting entangled with narcissists in the future. Remember, knowledge is your best defense. So, do your research, educate yourself, and equip yourself with the tools you need to navigate this challenging personality type. Boom! There you have it, 10 powerful tips to handle a narcissist like a pro. Remember, dealing with these types can be tough, but you're tougher. Keep your head up, set those boundaries, and never forget your worth. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to check out more videos on our channel. We've got a whole treasure chest of life advice, challenges, and just plain fun stuff waiting for you. See you next time.